Picture this. You're kicking off a massive, incredibly complex CMMC assessment. You're sitting right across from the compliance team, and the auditor leans in and asks the ultimate, absolute nightmare question. So, where is our controlled unclassified information actually stored? I mean, it sounds like such a straightforward question, right? But if you've ever been on the receiving end of that, you know it is usually the hardest one to answer. It creates this instant wave of anxiety because, let's be real, the reality of enterprise data is just incredibly messy. So welcome to today's explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really powerful solution to that exact nightmare scenario. We're looking at CyVectors CUI Discovery. This is a platform that completely automates CMMC data compliance, and it's specifically designed for auditors, managed service providers, and DoD contractors who absolutely have to find potential CUI quickly and, more importantly, accurately. All right, here's our game plan for today. We'll start by looking at the hidden data problem. Then we'll explore automated CUI discovery solutions, check out the dashboards and professional reporting, dive into integration and continuous monitoring, and finally, we'll wrap up with their unlimited agency licensing. Let's get into it. Okay, Section 1, the hidden data problem. Before we can really appreciate the cure, here we have to understand just how bad the disease is when it comes to manual data discovery. For most organizations, answering "where is our CUI" is basically a giant headache. It really just sits neatly in those perfectly documented secure repositories. You know how it is. It leaks, it hides, it gets buried in some obscure engineering folder from 5 years ago, or nested deep inside old spreadsheets. Sometimes it's locked away in archived PDFs and scanned documents. You'll literally find it sitting casually on local desktops, or just lingering out there on mapped network drives and shared file servers. Trying to hunt all of this down manually, it consumes an unbelievable amount of valuable assessment time. It's tedious, it's totally prone to human error, and it just drains your resources before the actual compliance work even begins. So, Section 2. How do we actually fix this? Let's look at how CyVectors tackles this massive compliance hurdle head-on with automation. Take a look at how this workflow is laid out. CyVectors CUI Discovery runs directly on each Windows endpoint that's being evaluated. It goes out and performs a truly comprehensive discovery across local storage, accessible network locations, and shared file servers. And because it's built specifically for real CMMC assessments, it gives teams this incredibly repeatable, consistent process. It actually helps organizations understand where potential CUI might be hiding way before they have to make those hard, super expensive CMMC scoping decisions. Now, the really crucial point here is how it searches. CyVectors doesn't just do simple, basic keyword searches. I mean, if it did, that would generate way too many false positives. Instead, the platform actually examines the rich content inside the documents. It analyzes everything: Word docs, Excel workbooks, text files, CSV data, log files, even OCR-readable scanned images. And by doing that, it automatically identifies a massive array of regulated data. We're not just talking about CUI. We're talking IDAR, export-controlled information, sensitive PII, protected health information, even law enforcement-sensitive information. It casts a really, really comprehensive net. Moving on to Section 3, because finding the data is really only half the battle, right? The other half is proving it. Let's see how all that raw discovery data gets visualized. What you're looking at is the executive dashboard, and this thing is designed specifically with auditors in mind. You get immediate access to key performance indicators, things like files analyzed, potential CUI files discovered, and storage locations. But I really want to point out the CUI knowledge graph over there on the left. It's this interactive tool that visually connects endpoints, storage locations, and discovery categories directly to your final assessment report. When you combine that with the confidence distribution metrics on the right, which literally rank findings by high, medium, or low confidence, you can immediately see how an auditor can look at this and instantly understand exactly where regulated information is concentrated in that environment. It's brilliant. And of course, every assessment needs documentation. Every single time CyVectors runs an assessment, it pumps out a professionally formatted PDF report that is absolutely perfect for evidence collection. You get a high-level category summary giving you the run ID, the exact number of files scanned, and a breakdown of findings by category, like privacy and sensitive PII or offense contract information. And notice that watermark? Every single page is watermarked with the assessment details and discovery timestamps to strictly support evidence management from start to finish. If we zoom in on that report, you can see the granular value. This discovery evidence arms your compliance teams with the exact file locations, the specific indicators found, the confidence score of the finding, and crucially, this is huge, the SHA-256 cryptographic hashes for every document. This is exactly the level of standardized, undeniable proof that makes a CMMC auditor's job infinitely smoother. All right, section 4. Because a tool is really only as good as its ability to play nicely with your existing infrastructure. Let's look at how this fits into the broader security operations ecosystem. CyVectors solves a massive headache for security teams here. Telemetry overload. Alert fatigue is real, right? Organizations using tools like SolarWinds Observability SaaS or really any SIEM platform can easily integrate CyVectors via syslog. But here's the kicker. Instead of bombarding your systems by forwarding thousands of individual discovery events every time it finds a file, it generates a single, consolidated final discovery report. This one report contains all the vital metrics, file counts, confidence findings, categories, scan duration, so it keeps your log ingestion incredibly efficient while still keeping leadership and the security ops team completely in the loop. Now, everything we've covered up to this point is perfect for point-in-time assessments. But what if you want to go beyond that? Enter CyVectors CUI Sensor. This is a lightweight Windows service for organizations that want 24/7 continuous visibility. Instead of waiting months and months for your next assessment, CUI Sensor just runs quietly in the background, continuously monitoring those Windows systems for both existing and newly created potential CUI. When it finds something, it automatically forwards those findings to your SIEM, giving you real-time, ongoing awareness of your regulated information. It's a total game changer. Finally, section 5. We've seen the tech, but if you're a decision maker, the absolutely crucial question is pricing. Let's break down how this is structured for agencies. $12,399. That is the annual USD cost for an agency unlimited license. I'm just going to let that number sink in for a second, because in the world of enterprise compliance software, the sticker price is usually only half the story. What makes this so compelling is what that flat fee actually gets you. It provides the auditing organization with absolutely unlimited client assessments, unlimited endpoint scans, and unlimited rescans for the entire year. It includes all product updates, the professional PDF reporting, the syslog integrations, and technical support. There are 0 hidden per endpoint, per scan, or per client licensing fees. 0. It means assessment teams can confidently use the platform across every single engagement without constantly watching some meter run up. Which brings us to our final thought for today's explainer. Bringing speed, consistency, and visibility to CMMC readiness, it's just no longer optional as these assessments keep expanding across the defense industrial base. So I want to leave you with this question. How much manual effort, wasted time, and scoping anxiety will automated CUI discovery eliminate from your next assessment workflow? Think about the true cost of your current manual processes and consider how automation might just be the exact key you need to protect what matters efficiently. Thanks for joining me today.